Today we're going to be talking about routines. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel, flying solo today, and we're going to be talking about routines, namely my routine on Sunday mornings for my long runs. I usually do my long runs on Sundays. Now I've been doing some 8 and 10 milers during the week when I'm working later, but normally Sunday is reserved for those long runs that build those muscles and capillaries in the legs that power you through those marathons. That hopefully I'm going to do another one, at least one more coming up. But I'm going to talk to you about my routine, the things that I go through, the things that I wear, the things that I do before. Now I'm just going to warn you, I am very non-traditional. I do my own thing. It works for me, and it may not work for you. But you need to find what does work for you, and then do that every time. So think about your routines and how they work for you, and what you need to do to be your best at whatever exercise you choose to do, and find that routine and find what works for you. All right, so I'm going to show you this. It's 3:44 in the a.m. And I'm getting ready. It usually takes me, if I do my 16 miles, it usually takes me about 2 hours and 15 minutes to do 16 miles. And so that's what I'm shooting for today. I'm actually trying to do a time trial today. I want to do it at marathon pace, which will put me in somewhere right around 2 hours and 15 minutes. So going for that, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'll be wearing as I go out today. All right, so these are the things I carry with me, or that I wear when I'm on my long runs. I usually have a singlet there. The red one is my go-to for Sundays. I really like that one. It's one I got a few years ago in the Texas Bud Heat Wave that I used to run in Houston. They would give that kind of singlet out every year, and that red one right there is really my favorite. So I use it a lot, especially on Sundays on my long runs, except during the summer when I go shirtless, because my body glide that I use for chafing proves ineffective in the Florida heat. So I do wear that one for my long runs when I'm going to wear a shirt. So there. These are the shorts I wear. I've had these for several years. They're comfortable. They're moisture wicking. They, except in the Florida heat when it really gets hot, they don't dry out as easy. But they're really good. I love those. I need to get me some more of those. I got a couple pairs that I've been using for quite a few years now, but it's probably about time to replace those. Usually when it's colder, and when I say colder, I mean below 60, I usually wear a long sleeve pullover, and that's the blue one right there. I do that just to kind of as a little windbreaker. With the singlet on, it's a little colder when it's below 60, and my bones are a little older now, and can't really take the cold anymore. So I usually put that little pullover on, and it helps me to keep warm as I'm warming up, and gets me through the long run. These are the shoes I wear. I wear Skechers exclusively. I've tried other pairs, and I've tried other shoes, and I liked some of them I didn't. But for the price, these Skechers are probably the best that I've ever done. And I want to give you a little tip. There's a little frugal tip along the way. Buy your shoes at outlet stores. It's okay. I buy these at the Skechers outlet. It costs me $60. If I have discounts, or I'm a Skechers Elite member, and if I have discounts, or I have money I can apply to it, it costs me even less. I think Christy and I went in one day to Skechers. I had some points. They were doing a BOGO, buy one get one half off. Had some points on my Skechers Elite account, and we bought me a pair of shoes and her a pair of shoes for about $60. And normally we would have paid well over $100 for those, and we got 2 pairs of shoes for $60. So these are the, as you can see, the Skechers Go Run Consistent is what these are. You can see right there on the tag, Go Run Consistent. Those are the ones I'm using right now for my long runs. I have 2 pairs of shoes that I keep in rotation, and I have one that's got a few more miles on it. Usually experts recommend you trade your shoes out every 300 to 500 miles. I don't put a lot of wear and tear on mine. I'm doing about 25 to 35, sometimes 40 miles a week. And so I tested my last pair of shoes out before I retired them into, when I'm done with my shoes, I use them as my walking shoes, my walking around tennis shoes. And so the last pair I retired, I got just about 1,000 miles off of them, and they hold up really well. So I have another pair that's probably got about 800 miles. These have close to 300 on them, so it's probably about time to get another pair that's going to be my new pair of shoes. So yeah, I wear the Skechers exclusively. I don't wear any other type of shoe anymore, because those are really the ones that really help me a lot. These are the socks I wear right now. They are Literra. I started wearing those. They were a Christmas gift a few years ago. I started wearing those, and they feel really good. After a while, they do lose that thickness that I like. I like a little thickness in my, a little cushioning in my shoes when I run, and so these socks kind of give that little extra bit of cushioning there, and so I like that. So those are the ones I wear. I buy those off of Amazon. They're probably $14 for 4 pairs of socks, which is not too bad. My water bottle, I take that with me on my longer runs. Anything over probably 13 miles, I'll take my water bottle with me. Anything less than 13 miles or less, I don't normally. Sometimes I do. Sometimes the runs between 10 and 13 miles, I'll take it. But usually 13 miles I'm done in about an hour and 40 minutes, and I don't normally take my water bottle with me. Anything less than 10 miles, I don't take it. I can run an 8 mile, I can do an 8 mile run in about an hour, and so I don't really take my water bottle with me on those short-ish runs of 10 miles or less. And then last but not least is my watch. Mickey, no, we'll do that. I'll show you all my code. So yeah, this is my Apple Watch. Let's see here. That I use. I've been looking for a running watch to keep time for me, and never really could find anything that was affordable that I liked. And I'm not saying the Apple Watch is affordable, but I like it because I can use it for other things. I can use it as a watch. I can use it as a training watch. I can use it as a swimming watch. I can use it as a biking watch, or I can just use it, for whatever I do every day. And so I do wear it every day. This is the only watch that I've ever worn every day. I've had watches before, and I'd wear them for a couple of weeks, and I'd get rid of them, and they, go into the closet to stay into perpetuity. I finally broke down. I told myself I'd never get an Apple Watch, just like I told myself I'd never get an iPhone. And I finally did one day, because I wanted to see if it was really what I thought it was going to be, and it really turned out to be something really good for me. So I save up for these, and I replace them when I can. The first one we saved up for and bought it with cash, and so we don't go into debt to buy these things. So I haven't got the 6th generation. This is the 5th generation. I don't have the 6th generation yet, but I'm thinking about saving up for it. So Mickey tells me what time it is, and you can see right now it's 55 degrees, so that's why I'm wearing the windbreaker this morning, because it's under 60, and Kind of keeps that cold off my skin and out of my bones. So that's what I wear, and I'm going to come back in just a few minutes, and we're going to talk about what my routine is. Oh, and there's one other thing I forgot because they're over there charging. But these are my Aftershokz headphones, and these are if you're not familiar with Aftershokz, these are they do bone conduction, so they don't actually go in your ears. They sit on your cheekbones just outside of your ears, so you can still hear road traffic and things like that, but you still get really good sound coming through what really is your headphones. And these are really good. Hashtag not sponsored, but Aftershokz, if you'd like to sponsor me, I would love to talk to you. But I love these things. I've used these for years, just because I hate things that are I don't hate them, but I don't like things inside my ears. It causes my ears to get stopped up a little bit. So I discovered these a few years ago, and these are phenomenal. They have phenomenal sound, and they're just really good headphones. And one of the first things I do before I go out is I have a cup of coffee. It helps to wake me up, and I've learned that the caffeine kind of powers me through my run. So I do have a cup of coffee before I go. I usually do that about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half before I go, if I have time. Sometimes 30 minutes. If it's shorter runs, it's okay. I'll usually do it right before I go out. But for my longer run days, I usually do it about an hour before I go out. That way I go to the restroom before I head out. So a cup of coffee is always a good thing for me in the mornings. I also don't normally eat things before I go out on my runs, unless they're more than the 16 miles, because I normally do pizza the night before, but I worked last night, so I didn't get to eat my pizza. So I'm going to eat a Clif Bar this morning. I'll let you know how that goes. I like the Clif Bars, especially the chocolate chip. They're for granola bars. They're pretty good. So I'm going to eat that, and that may delay me getting out maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but that's fine. I'm still shooting to be back by probably no later than 8 o'clock. So I'm going to eat this granola bar, and we'll be right back. All right, well, I am all dressed and ready to go for my 16-mile run today, and I got my Aftershokz on, got all my running gear on, my shoes on, ready to go, and I'm about to get out the door in about 10 minutes. And I will be back in roughly 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I will let you know how it goes. All right, so we're back. Just finished 16 miles, and remember what I said my goal pace was at the beginning was to be 8 minutes per mile or less, or faster than that. And I've only done that one or two times since I started running, and to do 16 miles at 8 minutes per mile. And I don't know that I've ever broken 8 minutes per mile until today. Woohoo! Came in 16 miles at 7 minutes and 51 seconds per mile, right at 2 hours and 5 minutes. So I was pretty happy about that. So there you go. So thanks for coming running with me today, and hope this helps you along. And don't forget, again, my routine is probably not going to be your routine, but I don't know if it was the granola bar I ate this morning, but hey, you never know. So there you go. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for updates from us. From when we post videos. We do that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes on the weekends when we get special sporty. But don't forget to watch our videos. And I want to do a couple shout outs to Dev Runner and Running for My Best Life. Go and check those guys out. They're runners. If you're runners, exercise, anything, you want to go check them out. I want to give them a shout out this morning. Thank them for supporting our channel as well. I'm going to try to put up some more running things for them as well. Probably on Fridays, on our Frugal Fit Fridays. So check them out. Thank you guys for joining me today, And I think that's going to do it today for the long run with Joel and Christius. Joel flying solo, or maybe running solo today. So don't forget. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace.